Hello, welcome back. It's David again. I am starting a new series of videos now. I know I haven't really been that regular in uploading videos, mostly because I was busy, and I don't feel like doing a video if I don't really have a real subject where I can show you guys something. But there's been some new development, so to speak, in my life. I always wanted to do a big road tour. I wanted to see the whole United States and do a big long road trip and see different places, and stop where I think it's pretty, and look around, talk to people, see the country. Basically, it's been a dream of mine since I was probably in my teenage years. I gave up the apartment, put everything in storage, and I'm gonna go on the road for, I don't know, at least 3-4 months, maybe. I don't know how long it's gonna go. I haven't planned everything out. I just plan as I go and see the country, I guess. Here's a map of kind of roughly where I want to be. There's a few spots missing. I definitely want to go up to Boston and see a few other places in the middle of the US as well, Indiana and things like that. Today is, let me see, today is Thursday, the 16th of July in 2020. And here we go. I'm starting my trip officially in the busy traffic of LA, or I should say Orange County. First stop is Indio in California. That's just my first Supercharger stop. So this is an unplanned stop. I drove through this route many times before. I was actually going back and forth between LA and Phoenix a lot. And there was this place called Cabazon Dinosaurs, the world's largest dinosaurs. I don't know if they are. They're actually largest in the world, but at least that's the name. So I thought, hey, let's just stop here and show you guys. This is giant. I don't know which kind that is. I have to look that up. And over there's a T-Rex in the background. But this one here has a souvenir store in it, so you can go inside and buy any kind of thing related to dinosaurs. I missed it because it's not a weekend. On weekends they have a ice cream truck here. I always see that on their Instagram. Kind of bummed out. I missed that. But anyways, let's have a look. When you drive by on the freeway, you don't really think they're that big, even from the parking lot. I mean, they're big, but unless you actually get really close up and then you can even walk under them, it's really massive. They're obviously much larger than they were when they were alive.
I already have a bag that I don't even own yet that I need to pack.
This is awesome. Of course, there has to be a T-Rex. Every dinosaur exhibit must have a real T-Rex. Another quick stop in Ehrenberg, just before the border to Arizona. This is a version 3 Supercharger, so that's the fastest there is right now. It's super noisy here because all the big rigs are here and freeway, and it's really windy. So yeah, hopefully we don't have to wait here very long. On the way to Phoenix, I had to stop in Quartzsite. There's actually a really impressive 20 stall version 3 Supercharger, but it was so dark that I couldn't really film anything. I am in Arizona at the Hole in the Rock. It's kind of a famous place. As you can see, there is a hole up there and you can walk around it and go in there and sit. It's actually kind of cool. I've done many photo shoots here and I just finished another photo shoot here. We started at 8 in the morning to avoid the heat, but I can tell you it doesn't really matter. Even like at 7 or 8 in the morning, it's still almost 100 degrees. And now in the sun, I'm roasting. And I didn't drink enough water, so I don't know, I'm starting to get a headache. Anyways, I wanted to show you this place. It's really cool. If you pass through Phoenix, I think it's actually worth going here, especially around sunrise or sunset. You're gonna get some really spectacular views. Another fun and really cool project was doing an interview with Avery. At a young age, she got a cancer, a rare kind of cancer. She fought it for a while, but eventually they had to amputate part of her left leg. Now, she didn't want to slow down. As a dancer, she's still dancing today with a prosthetic leg, and I thought it was a really cool and interesting thing to let her tell her story. I'm going to do a separate video about that, though. So here's just a short clip of that.
Well, okay, so I was supposed to be a through the knee, so they would cut like through the knee, and then, but it's just harder because it's much better if you have a longer stump. It has you, like you could do, it's just easier, and so they're like, why don't we just try this, because if it doesn't work, then we'll just go through the knee anyways. And so they moved that up, so then now I have this long as a stump, which it should have been like here. So that's
gosh. Good morning. I'm going to Slide Rocks in Arizona today. As the name says, it's kind of rocks that you slide down. It's, I guess, like you slide down a river, like a very long you know, slip and slide just on rocks. I hope my butt will survive. We'll see. I don't know. I've never been there, but it's kind of an official thing. So yeah, you can go there and slide down, and I'm going to take the camera with me, and hopefully I will survive without any broken bones, and we'll see how it goes. Alrighty. I guess I need to charge a little bit, but the cool thing is, look at that, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 superchargers on the way. It's actually only 100 miles to get there, so it should be plenty. I think I'm gonna charge just right before here. That's, oh, it says I'm gonna arrive at 5%. That's all right. Usually I'm going a little slower anyways, and if it doesn't work out, I can charge here if I realize that I'm not gonna make it all the way up there. No problem. All right, cool. I'm standing in line, but it's full, so they only let one car in if another car leaves. I guess they really just count exactly how many they're in there, how much space they have. So yeah, I gotta wait. Sucks, because my kids are waiting in there. I'm not that old.
Yeah, you're not watching where you're going.
I know, I'm filming. gonna put the GoPro up here, and then I'm gonna go down here. Wish me luck. Oh, it's cold. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, it's cold. Ooh. Let's go. Even if you don't plan on going in the water and doing the sliding rocks for whatever reason, I think it's worth going there anyways. It's just a beautiful place, gorgeous rock formations, the river, nature, everything. I really enjoyed being there just to hang out. But I would recommend bringing a bathing suit anyways, because it's really, really tempting to just go and jump in. You're fine. On the drive back to Phoenix, we just pulled over at a little sign that said Scenic Overlook or something like that. And just a 5-minute walk, we found this really beautiful place. Just look at the beautiful mountains, and honestly, I'm really in love with Arizona. Everywhere you go, especially the north part, it's really pretty. At the time, unfortunately, I had a slow leak in my front left tire, so every 3 or 4 days I had to pull over and connect the compressor and basically top it off. This is the Supercharger in... Forgot the name, I have to look it up. Let's see. Good morning, this is the Supercharger in Tusayan. This is the last little village town before the Grand Canyon, the south entrance of the Grand Canyon. So this is a really good spot to, if you come here, to charge up before you go to the Grand Canyon. And as you can see in the background, there's also some level 2 high power wall connectors, so you can charge here overnight, because this is actually the Grand Hotel. So I definitely recommend staying here if you plan on going to the Grand Canyon. I ended up not going to the Grand Canyon this time because I've been there a few times, and actually just recently, so instead I wanted to go somewhere that I hadn't seen before. Alright, I am still in Arizona. This is the Horseshoe Bend. You probably have seen it even if you haven't heard the name. It's a pretty famous spot and it's been photographed 100,000 times. And the parking lot is right here, and you have to do it's about a mile, that's what they said, to walk to the actual edge where you can look down on the river. It's just shaped like a horseshoe, hence the name. It's pretty hot, so if you do that, I would recommend do that either in spring or fall or maybe winter even. Might be a little cold in winter. Right now, end of July, very hot. Horseshoe Bend, northern part of Arizona. Right at the edge here. I don't know how deep it goes here. I don't want to find out. I think if you drop down here, you have plenty of time to figure out what you did wrong. Anyways, it's really impressive. I've seen tons of photos of it. It's one of the most photographed places probably in the US. And I have to say, like, just coming here, wow, just wow. I don't really have words. That's why I'm a photographer. I'd rather speak with images than say something. So I'm gonna try to capture this a little bit, but if you come through Arizona, definitely worth a trip going up here. So over there's a fenced off area, so you can go all the way to the edge and look down. Pretty impressive, but the rest is just just open. You can take one little wrong step and off you go. You will never be seen again. So my next planned stop was Antelope Valley. I was really looking forward to that. That's a place I always wanted to go. I've seen tons of photos of it. I was a little bummed out when it was closed due to the pandemic, but I understand it. It actually looks really big in photos, but it is a small space, and cramming a lot of people through there wouldn't be a good idea. Hey, it is Saturday, and I was actually supposed to be in New Mexico already. That was the original plan, to just spend a few days here in Arizona and then move on to New Mexico. But change of plans. Number one, I got a few more clients here in Arizona. They figured out that I'm here, and I got a few more. Basically got a little more work here, and then the thing in New Mexico didn't happen, or we couldn't do it just because of the pandemic. There are some restrictions right now, and it would have just been too difficult to do that. So we decided to just find some cool locations here in Arizona, and there's plenty of them, and do something here, and that turned out really good. So this is the second day of doing this. We just shot some video. It's gorgeous mountain in the background and stuff. But anyway, so it's still very hot. I'm still sweating like crazy. You can't really spend too much time in the sun without burning. What does it say? 35 degrees Celsius. That's almost that's a 98 or something like that in Fahrenheit. So yeah, plus the sun. And now I'm stuck in traffic. Who would have thought that in the middle of Sedona, or on the road to Sedona, there was so much traffic here? But I guess it's a weekend and a lot of people want to go out in nature. On the way back to Phoenix, it was 50 degrees Celsius, which is 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is insane. And I really felt bad for these homeless people living in the tents in downtown Phoenix. It was just brutal. So I'm on my way to New Mexico now, and then further to Texas, but I decided to just pull over and dip my toes one more time into the river here in Sedona. Ah, so refreshing. This is the Supercharger Farmington, New Mexico. Kind of a remote place. It's only 4 stalls. I don't think there's a lot of traffic. It's not a major route here that goes through in any direction. Honestly, the only reason I came here is because I am basically collecting superchargers. Sounds like a weird thing. So there's this on the Tesla forum. There's yeah, well, how should I call it? It's like a friendly competition about who has visited the most superchargers. I'm nowhere near the top. I think I'm number 30 or something. And I have visited over 300 superchargers. So I think the top person has 900 or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I just know. I just for the fun of it, I try to catch superchargers that are on my path, even if they're a little bit out of the way. To be, I don't know really why we're doing this. It's kind of a fun thing, but actually that discussion on the forum is pretty big. It's 300 pages or more than that. So anyways, yeah, Farmington, New Mexico. And we're gonna get to Target on the other side, get some food, because my next stop is Albuquerque, which is almost 200 miles away. If you come back to your car after you supercharged or while it's supercharging, you see the water coming out from underneath the car. Don't worry, it's not a leak. It's not your coolant leaking. It's the condensing water from the air conditioning. During supercharging, it has to cool the battery quite a bit, especially when it's warm like today. And then you have the water coming out from the air conditioning below the front. I'm still charging here. It's 182 miles to get to Albuquerque with air conditioning and road conditioning and wind or whatever. Unfortunately, I need to charge almost to 100%. Basically, I need to charge to 100%, which number one is super slow. And number two, you wonder, come on, David, 182 miles, it's nothing for a Tesla. It shouldn't be anything for a Tesla. But unfortunately, Tesla has crippled my battery. If you want to Google Tesla battery gate, you'll see a lot of discussions about it. I don't want to go into detail right now, but anyway, so they basically stole about 30 to 40 miles from my battery because they detected some error or some condition in the battery that's not good and might cause some trouble. Could even cause a fire when you charge the battery all the way up. So what they do, they just basically cap the battery at 90% and then scale the the range down so it looks like that would be 100%. Anyways, longer story, I might make a separate video about it. So that's why I'm a little handicapped when it comes to driving these long distances. My battery just won't charge to what it should be, and number two, it charges really slow when it comes to 90% and up. So yeah, I'm sitting here waiting for it to charge. Way to Santa Rosa in New Mexico, and it looks like I'm heading right into a big thunderstorm. Holy shit! It's coming down in buckets. I stopped at a little rest stop here. All I want to do is go to the bathroom, but it's raining like crazy, and I mean technically all I have to do is get over there. Now these two guys just stopped here and they don't want to get out either. Everybody's waiting for the rain to die down a little bit. I think I'm just gonna make it. It's all right. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, Jesus. Oh man. Oh shit, this is lost. What the heck? Women? Family? Where's guys? Ah, there's men. Oh my god. Can't believe it. My phone fell into the freaking toilet. Had to fish it out of the bowl. Oh, you got it. Oh. I'm not drinking out of that anymore. It's empty. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Of course, now that I'm back in the car, finished cleaning my phone, the rain basically stopped. Shit! Ooh, that was close. Holy shit. After cleaning my phone for probably another half hour or so, I felt much better because it was still working. Now I'm heading towards Dallas, Texas, where I have a lot of work lined up, so I'm excited about that. But I think that's going to be the next episode. If you enjoyed this and want to continue to follow me, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.